Hello students. Today we will learn about working with tables. A table is a database object which consists of rows and columns. It is used to store information in an organized way. In MS Access, a table can have a maximum of 255 columns with unlimited rows. We cannot have two tables with the same name in a database. Student, before we move further, can you just let me know what is a relational database? Before creating a table, we should be clear about the fields that are required in it and define the type of data which would be stored in the corresponding field. The field names that we define should give a clear understanding about their contents. It is essential to create a structure for a table before entering data in it. Students, know the fact that a table cannot have two fields within the same name. Also note that a table name can have up to 64 characters, including letters, numbers, and spaces. Let us first discuss about data types. Data types are used to declare the fields of a table. A data type determines the type of data a particular field can accept. Once the data type is defined, we cannot enter a different type of data. If we try to do so, an error message will be displayed. The following table describes the available data types. Text. Text is used to store text or a combination of text and numbers that doesn't require calculations, such as addresses, phone numbers, etc. It can store up to 255 characters. Number stores numeric information that you can use for calculations. A number data can store integer values as well as decimal values. The maximum size of a number field can be 16 bytes. Memo stores text and numbers up to 65,535 characters. It is used for descriptive fields. Students, in MS Access 2007, we can even apply rich text formatting to the data in memo field. Date or time stores data type information like date of birth, date of joining, date of leaving, etc. The maximum size used by this data type is 8 bytes. Calculations related to dates can be done in this field type. Auto number generates a sequential number whenever a new record is added to a table. The value in the auto number field cannot be changed. It stores data as 4-byte values, typically used in primary keys. Yes or no is used at places where the field can have only one possible value. It can either be true or false, or yes or no. For example, a human can either be a male or a female. OLE is used to embed an object created in another application such as Microsoft Word document, Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, or PowerPoint presentation into the Access table. It stores up to 2 GB of data. Hyperlink stores up to 1 GB of data. You can store links to web pages, websites, sites, or files on an intranet or LAN and sites, or files on your computer. Lookup Wizard helps you to create a field whose values are chosen from the values in another table, query, or list of values. By default, Access sets lookup fields to the number data type. Attachment is new to Office Access 2007. ACC, DB files. You can attach images, spreadsheet files, documents, charts, and other types of supported files to the records in your database, much like you attach files to emails. Okay, before we move further, let me know the difference between text data type and memo data type. Now let us learn how to create a table in Design View. The Design View is used to create or modify an Access table. Follow the given steps to create a table. In Database window, click on Create tab and then select Table button in the Tables group. Table 1 is displayed. Click on Datasheet tab. Click on the View button and choose Design View from the drop-down menu. Save As dialog box appears. Define the table name and click OK. A blank table will open in Design View, displaying 3 columns named as Field Name, Data Type, and Description. Access automatically creates a primary key and assigns it a field name, ID, and the data type, auto number. Enter the first field name in the Field Name column. Press the Tab key to move to the Data Type column. By default, text appears in the Data Type column. Click on the drop-down arrow that appears when you click in the Data Type field. Select the desired data type from the displayed list. Press the Tab key to move to the Description column. In this column, you can give any comment related to the field. This is an optional step. Press the Tab key again and the cursor will move to the Field Name column in the next row. Repeat this process until you have created all of your fields. Students, note that to rename a file, just double-click on it and type a new name for it. Now let us learn how to set fields properties. Click the field name for which you want to set the field's properties. Select the General tab in the Field Properties area. Set the properties as required. Repeat the steps through 1 to 3 until you have set all the properties for all fields. After finishing the task, you must save the table by clicking the Save button on the Quick Access toolbar. Access saves the table automatically unless you are saving it for the first time. If you are saving for the first time, the Save As dialog box appears. Specify a name to the table and click OK. Access saves the table. You can now access the table by using the navigation pane. Okay, students. Note that the field property is an attribute that defines the field's appearance or behavior within a database. Let us now talk about primary key. Primary key is a standard feature of every database management system. A primary key is a sort of check on the table that every record in the table is unique and does not contain any duplicate data. A table can have only one primary key. The value in the primary key field is different for every record and thus helps in uniquely identifying the records. Access uses the primary key to relate the table's record to those in another table. Let's understand it with the example of student table. As we all know that each student in a class has a unique roll number. which cannot be assigned to any other student. Hence, roll number can be defined as a primary key to uniquely identify each record. Alright, can you tell me the importance of primary key? Now, let's learn how to set a primary key. In Design View, click on the field that you want to set as the primary key. The selected field will be highlighted. Click on the primary key button present on the Design tab, or right-click on the field and select Primary Key option from the context menu. The field will be set as the primary key indicated by a small key in the field selector column. Click on Close button on the table window. Access displays a message window reminding us to save changes. Click on Yes button to save the changes. Table 1 will close. Double-click on the Table 1 icon in Navigation pane to open it again. Let me share a tip with you. The primary key is a toggle key. To remove the primary key property from a field, select that field and click on the primary key button. Let us now find out how to add a new field. Select the table name and click on the View button on Datasheet tab. Select Design View option from the drop-down menu. Click on the row where you want to add a new field. Click on Insert Rows button in the Tools group on Design tab. A blank row will be inserted at the location where the pointer is placed. Enter a field name and data type for the new field that you have added. Click on Close button on the table window. A dialog box will appear asking for a confirmation whether you want to save the changes or not. Click on Yes button to save the changes. Students, let me share a few tips now. Press Ctrl plus W to save the changes and close the table. To insert a new field in Datasheet view, double-click on Add New Field header. The Add New Field will disappear from the header. Name the field by typing the name directly into the header. Now, note the fact that to go to a specific record in Datasheet view by using the current record box, press Alt plus F5, then type the record number and press the Enter key. Now let us find out how to delete a field. Select the table and click on the View button on Datasheet tab and choose Design View from the drop-down menu. Click on the row that you want to delete. Click on Delete Rows button in the Tools group on Design tab. Let me give you a couple of tips on how to delete rows. You can delete a field by right-clicking on it and selecting Delete Rows option from the context menu. You can also delete rows by selecting the field and pressing the Delete key in keyboard. Alright students, let me tell you a fact that to change the view, you can click on the Home tab. Then click on the down arrow under the View button. A menu appears. Select the view that you want. Now let us find out how to move a field. Select the row in Design View that you want to move. Drag the field to the desired location. You will find a line appearing between the fields as you drag over them. This indicates the position where the field will be placed. As you release the mouse button, the selected field will be placed at the new location. In Data Sheet view, select the field header. Drag and drop the field to the desired location. Students, note the fact that a field name can have up to 64 characters, including spaces. Alright students, now let me tell you how to enter data in a table. After finalizing structure of a table in Design View, if you want to enter data in it, you need to open it in the Data Sheet view. Follow these steps to open the table in the Data Sheet view and enter data in it. Select the table name which you want to open in the navigation pane. Now press the Enter key. The table will open and it will look like an Excel spreadsheet displaying all the fields defined in the structure. Apart from fields, you will also find a blank row with the asterisk symbol. Type the data in the appropriate fields. Press Enter or the Tab key to move to the next field. When the data is entered in a row, a new blank row will appear automatically. You can insert any number of records in a table. You can view the record numbers at the bottom of the screen in the Record navigation bar. Let me share a tip now. Press the Shift plus Tab key to move to the previous field. If you press the Tab key on the last field, the cursor automatically jumps to the next row. Now let us find out how to edit records in tables. After entering data, sometimes it is required to make changes in the database. This can be done in various ways. To edit a record directly, scroll through the records or use the navigation buttons to find the record to edit. Click the cell where you want to make changes. A pencil icon appears to indicate Edit Mode. Type the information into the field. Click outside the record or row to apply the change. Okay, we will now learn how to add a new record or row. To add a new record, place the cursor at the last field of record and press the Tab key. The cursor will appear in the new row. Now enter the new record according to the fields. Let's now find out how to delete a row or column. To delete a particular row or column, select the record or entire column by clicking on the row header or column header and press the Delete key or right-click and select Delete Record or Column option from the Context menu option. A dialog box appears asking your confirmation. Click on Yes to confirm the deletion. Click No if you want to cancel the deletion. Students, let me now tell you how to sort data within a table. We can sort data within a table with respect to a particular field either in ascending or descending order. Select the desired field. Click the drop-down arrow at the bottom of the field you wish to sort. When the menu appears, select either Sort A to Z or Sort Z to A option and observe the change in the database. Let me now share a few tips related to sorting of data. The sort commands in Sort and Filter group on the ribbon is another way to sort the data. To clear your sort, click the Clear All Sorts command in the Sort and Filter group on the ribbon. Students, we can quickly move to the first and last field in the current record by pressing the home and end key respectively. Students, let me quickly tell you that if you want to go to the first and last field in the current record, then you should press the home and end key respectively. Let us quickly glance through the key points discussed in this chapter. A table is database object which consists of rows and columns. A data type determines the type of data a particular field can accept. A table in Access can be created and modified in the design view. The primary key is a toggle key. A table can have only one primary key.